welcome. So today's video, the plan I'm having here is just to discuss a little more about what we refer to as the matrix, as this system that we have been creating, or not sure if one person in particular or a group, or it's just been created over the years, but we are stuck in a system where we are being rendered powerless more and more and more, where we are programmed since childhood to both try to fit in, try to be accepted, try to be liked, and to prove our worth all the time, over and over and over. It starts, if it didn't start at your home, it starts when you're in school, when you're trying to prove to the teacher that you're worthy of a certain grade so you can move on to the next grade. It becomes a whole system of you not feeling powerful in your own system, not feeling your own inner power, but feeling powerless, feeling like we need some sort of outer substances or help or support to be strong in our own lives. The latest move, which is of course not the latest move, but it's one of the latest ones, is it's getting some sort of an injection to make you feel stronger, better, healthier, that you're not powerful enough in yourself. And not to mention how the financial system is set up, that many people, if you don't have inherited riches, or if you are in a different realm of society, you might be struggling just to pay your rent all the time. Most of your life is spent paying rent, paying bills, paying for a car that you may not be able to afford just so you can impress others, people that you may not want to impress if you actually really thought about it. And how much energy and life we spend on just trying to fit in and get by. My message here to you today is to find your inner healing, to find yourself, to find your strength, so that you can step out of the matrix, break free from the slavery of the mind. We are stuck in a system, and it's not only from the outside, it's also what we have accepted inside. But we have accepted a system that keeps us in shackles, keeps us down over and over and over. And the way to break free from it is to live a more conscious life, which is the main message of today's talk, is live what I would like for you to do, and what my guides are telling me that they would like for you to do, is to live a conscious life, live a more conscious life where you are aware of your choices, you're aware of your power, you're aware of your energy, and you're aware of your inner health. When we begin to tap into that inner health and the inner power, stepping out of the matrix isn't as difficult as it seems at first. When we're still basically mostly stuck in the matrix, it's not easy to step out because we feel like we're not strong enough in ourselves. We feel like we owe it to somebody or something, that we have to keep working, keep struggling, keep down, staying small, because getting big may hurt you. You might get hurt if you step out of the comfort zone. Living a more conscious life, you become more aware of what your choices, where they lead you, what they are, and also who you're making these choices for. And as we end up finding the trauma in our system, we as in you and I, and as in everybody else watching this, feeling this, as you become aware that so much of your life has been lived in fear, Even when you're trying to look good for for other people, it's almost always to people please others so you can feel stronger and better. Because you're trying to gain energy. Either it is, with a ton of makeup, with surgery, with tons of going to the gym to get the big muscles, whatever it might be. Yes, sure, we feel better. Nothing wrong in feeling better. Nothing wrong in feeling stronger. But why? Are you feeling stronger because more people like you? Where is your power, if that's the case? If you have figured out a way to be so strong in yourself that you think that as long as they like you, you're in power. And then we have figured out ways to stay in power. We're still dependent on their liking. You're still depending on other people's approval so you can feel good, so you can feel strong. What real deep healing becomes and is that you connect to Earth Mother, you connect deep into yourself, you connect into your original core energy, and you sit in your vulnerability, you sit in your original core energy, which is life force itself. Life force itself doesn't need approval from anybody else. Life force itself needs more life, not approval. So as you breathe into your body, as you go into nature, as you connect into the ocean, into the woods, into the mountains, you get stronger, you get more power, you gain insights into life itself. When you do, you realize that this system we're in is a make-believe system of fear and control that is terrible for ourselves, for the human spirit, and for Earth herself completely, totally, in its totality. So, anything that raises your vibration is going to strengthen you, right? But anything that lowers your vibration is also going to take away from you. So one of the ways to live a more conscious life is to avoid the substances that lower your vibration. And I'm not going to say, well, am I? I was going to say alcohol is not always a bad thing. Because there are times when having a glass of wine could be really nice for people. It can really be a nice addition to the atmosphere. But many, many times, it lowers your vibration. It lowers your frequency in your body. It makes you feel more disconnected. At first, it seems like you're more connected. But after a little bit, it turns. And then you feel more disconnected. So it only adds to the feeling of separation, adds to the feeling of not being connected, which disempowers us, makes us feel weaker. Another part of the matrix. The matrix is really doing its best to make us feel powerless. Same thing with the wars going on. Now we're going to be afraid and run more to, Uncle Government to protect us. Yeah, maybe we, in the sense, the idea, the thought is, oh, we need big weapons, big war industry to protect us. Which is terrible when we are the ones starting the wars, yeah? So last few years, it's been the big illness experience in the world where we also were robbed of our power. And now it's another war going on where we're also robbed of our power. And every now and then we still hear about the illness coming back up and being more dangerous again. Everything is telling us that we don't have power in our body. And I'm telling you we do. I'm telling you that when we heal the trauma deep inside, we sit in the deeper sense of power, deeper sense of ourselves. And in that space, we connect to the deeper realm or in reality of our universe. We become more aware of different frequencies of energy that is always constantly around us. There are so many levels where the system of the matrix needs us to feel powerless. So they feed us sports, They feed us fear, they feed us alcohol to keep our attention away from questions that truly matter. Keep us away and asleep so we don't really care about the deeper issues at hand. So we don't really care about real freedom. So we don't really care about real healing. So we don't really care about healthy foods. Because I tell you, so much of our diseases today are caused by stress, by fear, by poor diet, and poor air quality, and poor water quality. And all of these issues, especially the food, the water, and the air, are connected to big corporations that don't want us to look into what's going on. They don't want us to become aware that when you breathe poor oxygen, poor air, your lungs have to clean that air before it comes into your body. So you get a buildup of toxins in your body. Same thing with the food. We're eating GMO, genetically modified foods. We're eating foods sprayed with Roundup that is still on it when we eat it, and other stuff that's in the food. There's antibiotics, there's steroids, and there's arsenic in chicken. There's a lot of stuff in the foods we eat that's very unhealthy. Guess what? Our bodies have to clean it out. So it gets stuck either in the lining of the stomach, gets stuck in other parts of our body, like in the pancreas or the liver, where, because the body, those parts of our body, they function as filters so that whatever comes into the body can be healthy, can help the body to keep building. Well, when the pressure from the outside gets more and more toxic, the pressure in the body gets more and more toxic, and suddenly we have an overload of toxicity. Guess what? We get diseases, we get illnesses, we get diabetes, we get cancers, we get all these side effects of living in an unhealthy environment. And who would lose on us waking up to the truth that the food we're eating is not very healthy? Who would lose on that? Follow the money. Follow the thought of the money. And you'll see pretty quickly that the matrix, the system we're in, doesn't want you to wake up to the fact that there's a ton of stuff we can do to heal ourselves. And then the fear is pumped into us from the news, right? Fear creates a stress reaction in the system. When we're being stressed, our body tenses up. We can't really breathe deeply. And that's another way for disease to grab a hold of us. And who gains from us being sick? Big Pharma. Big Pharma doesn't want us to see that mindfulness, spiritual healing, meditation, inner love, self-love is an antidote to almost all modern diseases. We're pumping our kids full of medication, because we want them to fit into the box. And if somebody doesn't fit into the box, instead of looking at what's going on with the kid, what's going on with the box, give them medication. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's where we live. This is what we've been a part of for a long time. And my message to you is to empower yourself. Come back into you. Heal yourself. Heal your chakra system. Heal what's going on in you so you can see clearly what the world is trying to do. The more of us who wake up, the more conscious we become, the more conscious you become, you raise your inner vibration. And if we go with a thought, which is very real. Science will tell us too that everything is connected, that energy is connecting everything on our planet. When we see it, if everything is connected, if you're in a sea of energy and you raise your vibration, inadvertently you're raising the vibration of the planet as well. So as you feel better, you feel more self-love, you forgive yourself, you sit in full deep acceptance of what is, and we soften to our inner energy field, our core energy, and we sit in our deeper love. You raise your vibration. As you raise your vibration, you become more aware. You begin to listen to what the universe is telling you, and you grow. As you grow, you react differently. You respond differently to outer pressures. And when somebody comes at you in a certain way, maybe you'll just say, but why are you talking to me that way? What do you really want to say? Instead of reacting back and go, be angry back. So My message right now with this video is live a conscious life. Raise your vibration. Find your inner love. Sit with it. Grow. Realize that we are one with the source. So much love. So much love. Namaste and aho.